Former US President accusing the Duke of Sussex of betraying the Queen.
Trump has labelled the royal a traitor and says if he ends up back in the White House, Harry is on his own and won't be protected. Daily Mirror Associate Editor Russell Myers joins us now. Good morning. Why has Donald Trump waded into this royal rift?
Well, morning from that, morning, Sherba. Well, gosh, you've got Donald Trump in one corner, Prince Harry in the other. What could go wrong? And it's certainly controversial when you hear either of their names, isn't it? But, you know, big punchy language from Donald Trump saying he wouldn't protect him. He'd betrayed the Queen. His language was unforgivable by naming his daughter Lilibet and not telling the late Queen. It's all there. And certainly Harry should be worried because the way that Donald Trump is going at the moment, he might be finding his way in the White House. And on the back of Harry saying that he would potentially consider US citizenship, he might be getting a sort of hot-footed out of the country before he can put his name on the paper.
Wow. Yeah, so does this all date back to Harry admitting in his book that he took drugs and then being allowed into the US? Because haven't they investigated that?
Well, they have. It's going through the courts at the moment. A think tank in the States is trying to sort of get Harry to admit his wrongs. Whether that will sort of come to fruition remains to be seen. But Harry did admit to taking marijuana. He did admit to taking cocaine. And this is the issue about him being allowed a green card, whether he gets residency or permanent citizenship. Harry is, of course, living in the States over the last few years. Whether he decides to make that permanent remains to be seen. But with Donald Trump in the White House, it could spell problems for Harry. So certainly one to watch, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, Donald Trump follows these things up to his word and he does back it. Where would Harry go? If he got kicked out of the US, where does he go?
Well, if he got his way, I mean, he's talking about a temporary role back with the Royals, whether, he wants to get into movies, Netflix series. God knows what Harry's doing at the moment. But could there be a way back for the royal family? He certainly thinks there would be. Whether the King and Prince William want him back is another sort of round entirely. I'm not sure for Harry. Perhaps he needs to sort of keep his counsel, keep his head down and hope that Donald Trump doesn't get into the White House because it could spell disaster for him.
Well, that's all he can hope for.
Yeah,
right?
He's gone through Canada, maybe Australia. If Donald Trump gets in, and I know we're a long way from that, could he actually kick Harry out of the States because of the drug use situation?
Well, listen, Donald Trump will do what Donald Trump wants to do, won't he? I mean, how many times have we said that? Remember his presidency, was sort of headline after headline. We were all sort of watching and waiting what he would tweet the next day to see what he would do. So I'm not too sure the semantics from it. We still don't know whether Harry is on a residency visa, whether he's applied for a green card. He's very happy in the States. They're living in Montecito at the moment. Whether he becomes a US citizen, I wonder how his relationship with his family, whether he's going to do that.
Quick one before we let you go. Let's say they do wind up back in the UK. What sort of a reception does Meghan get?
Well, listen, I'm going to keep my counsel on that one, Shervo, and be quite diplomatic. I'm not too sure the people of the UK would say the same.
It's interesting. Thanks, Russell.
I think they're even Stevens, aren't they?
Did you have a Freudian slip there? You said carrot, didn't you? Was that the reference to Harry's hair or Donald's skin?
Yep, I don't know. They're about even on that too, aren't they?